Carp is the new cool.
I'm a senior and I think it's brilliant.
So you wrote this yourself?
She dictated it to me.
And she loads the dishwashers every night. She cleans the fancy coffee machines for us.
There is a lot of history here, indeed, and the initial settlers here were, of course, the First Nations.
I'm Leah Bolton.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Fraser Focus, local places and faces here in the Fraser region. I'm Dean Atwell.
And I'm Leah Bolton. This week, Surrey is celebrating and recognizing the community. We have a new Literacy Month. As well, the Inclusive Employer Awards are this week.
Staying on the topic of recognition, we also take you out to Mission to learn more about the Fire Rescue's fundraisers for muscular dystrophy. And to wrap up the show, it's back to Abbotsford for a little history lesson.
But to start off today, we deal with a very serious topic, fraud and abuse for seniors. And don't forget, it's National Seniors Day.
They are very aware of all of the issues that are happening with mail being stolen. So you want to do everything, though, that you can to protect your information.
There's our role in that we are protecting our members, and if they've been defrauded, we want to make sure that we're looking after them. But the best way to do that is to prevent them and educate them about how they can protect themselves.
Phoning saying that, oh, you didn't file your taxes correctly, give me your number and we'll help walk you through it.
It's such a population that as soon as they hear anything like that, they do get panicked. I know in Romania that happens a lot, which is why we have to kind of really look over them.
There's a lot of spam messages and kind of fraud, asking for money and stuff like that. And so they always check with me and see whether this is real or what's going on.
Rotating the PIN every 3 to 6 months.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because you haven't had any fraud happen to you.
No,
over the years.
No, I've been good.
Yeah, so it's just protecting yourself and making sure that you don't tell your PIN to anybody. Covering your PIN when you're, say, at a gas station.
But they're fishing for information. So if I'd actually called back that number and said, you were calling about my CIBC card being compromised, I just admitted to whoever that person on the other side, I have a CIBC card.
We were on vacation, we came back, and all of a sudden we got this whopping big bill.
It said a message, and then then it comes across, well, 9999. Well, I knew darn well, that's sort of suspicious in itself.
Then we found out when I always go, I have everything online, so I go in and check my accounts. It was taken out twice.
People take advantage of elders that think you can get away with things, and because they tend to trust more people, right? And unfortunately, it's not right.
Never respond to emails or phone calls if someone's asking you for personal financial information.
Dating sites or different money sites, send cash for lotteries, things like that. I have heard of stories, horror stories, where they actually sent cash and lost cash in the process.
I don't know, Dean. I can't believe some of these stories. When it comes to fraud and abuse with seniors, we really need to keep our eye out for them.
It's unfortunate, but it happens far too often. Now, October the 1st marks National Seniors Day, where we pay tribute to our elders, a great demographic that helped shape this powerful nation.
I'm a senior and I think it's brilliant. Being a senior citizen is terrific. You're a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser. You don't rush as much. You enjoy things a lot more.
October the 1st is National Seniors Day, and CARP is so excited as over 40 chapters are going to be flying the CARP flag at their city halls.
Carp is the new cool. We stand on the threshold of a very brave new world where half the babies born today have a good shot at reaching 100.
Seniors should be celebrated. Yeah.
Why is that?
They've earned it. You know what? They've worked hard all their lives, they earn it. We should celebrate them. They've got all sorts of knowledge and wisdom we could use.
There's so many issues that we care about as Canadians as we age. Issues such as financial security. The number one thing that our over 300,000 CARP members are concerned about is having enough money to live on.
Do you think October the 1st for you guys could be a special day with your grandparents?
Yeah, for sure. I can go and visit my grandma and celebrate Seniors Day with her, take her out for lunch or something.
So
So let us celebrate National Seniors Day and pay tribute to older Canadians here in Vancouver. Our flag is being raised to uphold CARP's ongoing commitment to the social, economic, health, cultural, and spiritual aspirations of Canadians as we age.
Happy Seniors Day on October 1st.
Thanks, that's brilliant.
We hug on that day.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm always good for a hug.
Let's raise the flag, Dean. You know what? Actually, I just remembered it's also my grandma's birthday this week, so I should probably give her a call.
And while you're on that, we'll take a short break here on Fraser Focus. We'll be right back.
Firefighters have been raising money for muscular dystrophy since 1954.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. Right now I am in Central Surrey. They've just made a big announcement for September this year in 2016. September is now Literacy Month.
Yes, I like reading. I got books at home.
Oh yeah? What are you reading right now?
I have this light in my TV.
This is my first Literacy Day here as the Chief Librarian of Surrey Libraries, and I'm really happy to have the opportunity to present our report, especially on this 50th anniversary of International Literacy Day.
That's thousands of new citizens to our communities who access ESL programs, learning programs that they may not have. This is the first stop for many new citizens to our community.
Yeah, so more books. Reading and books is very important, and especially like I'm from Syria, and we have the Syrian refugees now, and I know library as they exist here, they don't exist in Syria. Even the love of reading, the value of reading, it's not the same.
We have a lot of new people coming into the city all the time, and a lot of those people, unfortunately, they don't have English skills. And so it's critical that they are schooled how to speak in the English language and how to read the English language. And the role of the library in that is huge. Mind you, there's other agencies that are involved in it.
What is number 6?
Number 6 is running.
It is running.
Yes. The ticket to survive in Canada is going to be English. They're going to need that for jobs, for communicating, even just things we take for granted. You know, we get lost on the bus. How do you find your way back? You need English for that.
I kneel to pray.
14. Oh, there it is. The Big Bessie stories. In 2014, yep. Published Big Bessie stories. And that was workshopped through a lot of the programs that she attended while here at Surrey Libraries.
So you wrote this yourself?
She dictated it to me. I've been trying to learn to read for a lot of years. Now her reading ability has taken off.
So Central City, we're just neighbors from the Surrey Public Library, and we're super excited about doing our annual Lego Literacy Challenge with the library. It's a 2-day event, and we're going to build a giant Lego structure, fun activities for the kids, and story times. It's always a popular event with our customers.
They've been reading her stories every week, and as we were leaving one time from the readability class, one of the ladies said to another lady, "Oh, there goes Sharon Rowe, our author."
Gonna keep up here with my literacy skills, and I'm gonna read this book, 10 Little Elvi. We're gonna head over to Dean Atwell in the community right here on Fraser Focus.
Since its inception, Muscular Dystrophy Canada has been supported by more than 800 fire departments from across the nation. When it comes to raising awareness, firefighters are MD's biggest network of advocates.
All the funds that are raised here through our event, through our donations,
and through our barbecue is going to be 100% donated to MD.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Joy Television, it's a true honor to be here. Let's hear it for all the volunteers and firefighters here today.
Firefighters been raising money for muscular dystrophy since 1954. And so we're just putting a challenge on today. People come down, pull a fire truck, have some fun, show the kids our equipment, and raise some money.
That's a pump. That's a floating pump.
Oh, it's very fun. The kids just did they pulled the quad over there. I think it's excellent. I think it's good. Raise the awareness and make some money.
Come on. First, you gotta run. I had a friend in high school, a grade 10, who had muscular dystrophy. He couldn't walk, and day-to-day, life, like he had an aid with him all the time. He had a steel rod in his spine because the muscles in his back had atrophied. So, but the amazing thing is it doesn't affect your brain or anything, right? So his cognitive ability, his mind, it's all there.
It's right now not yet a cure for muscular dystrophy. Physical therapy, regular exercise, good nutrition, supportive devices such as braces and wheelchair.
So this is our research in the works. It tells us what is going on across Canada, around the world. You might be interested in that.
Right now in the Fraser Valley, what we have are 61 registered clients. So when we have events and promotions, this affects individuals in that area, and we want to make sure that we have the services appropriate.
Good afternoon, Muscular Dystrophy BC Yukon office.
Well, last year in 2015, the BC Firefighter Group raised over $675,000 to support the BC Yukon region. Nationally, they raised over $3 million supporting across Canada.
Beauty here, we have it.
Our team is into the semi-finals now, and then they will go into finals. Yeah.
And what are the tips for the boys as you watch them pull the trucks?
Yeah, I told them, okay, just keep your energy for the end, okay? Don't use it in the front, right, like a sprinter.
There we go. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're pulling ahead.
Did we win?
Yeah, I think they won.
Mission Fire Rescue estimate that they raise about $10,000 annually towards muscular dystrophy. You're watching Fraser Focus. More local stories when we come back.
However small or big the task, as long as the person is in their own ability able to do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. In 2014, a study was released by The Daily. The employment rate of an average Canadian aged 25 to 64 with disabilities was at 49%, as opposed to Canadians without disabilities at 79%.
Hello. Are you having a good day today? That's good. However small or big the task, as long as the person is in their own ability able to do it.
Do you want to set table 2 for the afternoon tea?
For the afternoon tea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. We started on a volunteer basis.
Right.
Trial run.
So
Exactly.
that's fair. You got to prove yourself, and then.
It's simply not even a decision. I mean, she fit in so well.
Was it hard to get employment?
To be honest, yeah. There was quite a bit of searching for it. So this was my very, very first job. Right. Yeah, very, very first paid job.
I think what helps, though, the employers being educated really helps.
I like to call them diverse abilities. The word disabilities is kind of a negative term. They enjoy their jobs. They like getting up in the morning. They're happy to be there. Their fellow workers or their team members are happy to see them every day. It's a win-win situation for the employees and the employers.
She actually loves filing and she's very meticulous. We have 3 kitchens in this building, on our floor. And she loads the dishwashers every night. She cleans the fancy coffee machines for us. She stocks for us.
Perfect. Do you like working here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your favorite part?
For filing.
You like the filing?
Yep.
And what else? Maybe the people?
The people.
Do you like the people here?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
She fits in really well. Everyone's very happy to be working with her. It's cool to see employers giving these opportunities out and then also seeing how that person can learn more and more and evolve and get more skills and take on new tasks.
Practicing my typing.
She likes to stay on top of her usual tasks, but for the most part, I have no problem with asking her to stay on task, or if she has to do something that's out of the ordinary, she'll take that on too.
You got it.
But she's happy because she's busy. She loves working here. We love having her. So I think it's a win-win.
And do you come here every week?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Whoa! Where did the mail go?
That's cold water. Cold water. Lily Family Services helped me to get this job.
Okay.
And I have enjoyed it ever since. It's I enjoy all the people. I enjoy the work, and I get to know the cook and baker a bit. And
what about this lady beside you?
Kim, my manager here. Yeah, we've gone to various events together.
So why do you guys exactly do the awards? Is it to raise awareness? What's the main goal?
To recognize business leaders within Surrey, Delta, and White Rock who are inclusive employers. We also want to educate employers who may be thinking about hiring inclusively, don't know how to go about it.
Okay, gluten-free cake, carrot cake, one of my favorites. Let's try this. So good. The Inclusive Employer Awards lands on September 29th this year. You gonna be there?
Yes.
Perfect. We'll be right back here on Fraser Focus in a moment.
In Vancouver in 1933, and I was born in 1934.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places.
With so many rich cultures that surround us, it's time to take an in-depth look at the city of Abbotsford.
Let's go, Dean.
The initial settlers here were, of course, the First Nations, the Stalo people. We're on the traditional territory of the Stalo, and in particular the Matsqui and the Sumas First Nations. The impetus for settlement here came in 1858 with the gold rush.
Wow, okay, everybody likes gold. So.
Everybody likes gold. The Americans were just swarming across the border, and Governor Douglas was having no part of that. He wanted to be sure that they understood that this was a British colony, so he called on Queen Victoria to send the Royal Engineers over to survey. So that established a really Anglo presence here in Abbotsford. And in fact, that's where we got our name, was from a Royal Engineer. In 1924, between 1920 and 1924, the province undertook to drain vast Sumas Lake, and it was about 30,000 acres. Of course, it was a natural larder for the Sumas people, so they weren't strongly in favor of draining that, but no one asked them. The 1950s was another, in the post-war boom, was huge for Abbotsford. The 1970s, when a lot of immigration laws were relaxed, that's when our Indo-Canadian community really boomed. It had been established early. And in fact, the temple here, our Gur-Sikh temple, is the oldest temple in the Western Hemisphere, which speaks to the age of
the Sikh temple. Dean's heading there to check out the history and stuff. Amazing.
Beautiful building, and it ties into our Abbotsford Lumber Company.
Fraser Mill, which was right by Mill Lake, to get to the lumber here, they'd walk the lumber up for the Gurdwara. Like, we're talking a long history in the lumber industry. And in terms of the farming industry and agriculture.
That is my grandfather on this side. In Vancouver in 1933, and I was born in 1934. This grandfather's younger brother owned these 8 acres one time.
Here in Abbotsford,
yeah,
just
yeah,
outside.
That's right. Yeah. And he worked in the lumber mill.
So we're going over the street now from the old temple to the new.
Yes.
And how old is that temple, the new one?
This was built in 1982, so it's fairly young and has been established since that time, serving the community on both the west side and east side. Now Abbotsford has 3 other temples, but at one time this was the only temple in the community.
Whenever anyone talks about Abbotsford, one of the big things that comes up is the air show and the airport.
Yep, so the airport was built as a flight training school, and it was a big benefit during the 1948 flood because that's where all the refugees from Matsqui Prairie and their cattle went. So it was good to have it. It was not in use, obviously, as a military base at that time. And in 1962, the Abbotsford Rotary and the Abbotsford Flying Club came together to bring the airport back to life, and they held the first air show as we know it, and it's been happening since that time. And of course it peaked in the 1980s with like 300,000 people attending.
There's a lot of history here.
There is a lot of history here indeed, and so I encourage everyone to have a look at those photos, because they're not just photos, there's, as I say, the context of the history that goes along with them that, helps you understand Abbotsford history.
The city of Abbotsford, a thriving and bustling community.
It definitely is, and that is it for this edition of Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge.
Now remember, if you have a story that you'd like us to share, please feel free to contact us. Search for JoytvBC on social media. I'm Dean Atwell.
And I'm Leah Bolton. Thanks for watching.